That's me. Hey, everybody. My name is Bryant. I am very honored right now to serve as the Vice President of Eat Denver. My day job is running Oh Hey Creative. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. My day job is with Oh Hey Creative. I get to work with a lot of really cool food and beverage businesses around Colorado, and that's a real pleasure. It is also a pleasure today to introduce you to Tina Glickman. Tina's talk today is Why is your restaurant invisible on Google? Get ready to take notes because I think it's going to be really helpful. Tina is the VP of Partnerships at Owner.com, where she helps thousands of restaurant owners grow online through strategic alliances and cutting-edge solutions. She's got a great deal of experience in business development and strategic partnerships, especially in the tech and hospitality sectors, through key leadership roles at Olo, Wisely, BentoBox, and Gust, and now at Owner.com. Tina holds a bachelor's degree from the University of the South in beautiful Swanee, Tennessee, and from the University of Virginia's Darden School of Business. She grew up in Chattanooga. She spent a lot of time in Los Angeles and New York City and now lives in Tucson, though I'm one of several people in this room who are encouraging Tina and her partner and dogs to move to Colorado. So if you chat with her afterwards, tag on to that. So we're really excited to have Tina here with us today, and I think you're going to really enjoy what she has to say. Without further ado, Tina Glickman.
Hi, everyone. Oh, I'm going to go down. All right, between my computer and my headshot, my AI headshot, my tech's really showing today. But it's great to meet all of you. As Bryant mentioned, I'm Tina Glickman, VP of Partnerships at Owner.com. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Owner, we fight to help independent restaurants take on their Goliaths by bringing the technologies used by the biggest brands in the country to their fingertips, really focusing on ensuring that the mom and pops have exactly what it takes to win online. As such, at Owner, we speak to hundreds of restaurant operators every single day who tell us that when they decided to start a restaurant, it really only took two things to be able to run a pretty incredible business, right? Great food and great experiences. And for decades, that was enough to be successful. If you made incredible food, if you treated your guests like family, word would spread, people would walk by, they would see a packed dining room, your regulars would tell their friends, and then your reputation, because of your great food and your great service, did the marketing for you. You could build an incredible business. And to be fair, it's not even easy just to get those two things right. And now those two things aren't enough. And that's because something has changed. And it's changed quickly, right? Everything has moved online. People today start their search, of course, for where to eat online, right? 77% of your potential guests begin their restaurant decision with a Google search. And consumers, I'm the worst of them, have the attention span of a flea. So if you don't show up within the first couple of search results on Google, functionally, you don't exist. And here's the part that most people don't talk about. The biggest brands in this country, they're not restaurants, right? Take Domino's. They started as a pizza company, but they're not a pizza company anymore. Domino's is a tech company disguised as a pizza company. Same with Sweetgreen. Same with Chipotle. These are now technology companies that serve food. And they have entire digital teams, not one SEO person, but armies of the brightest minds in technology who study the psychology of consumer behavior. They design perfect digital ordering flows, and they craft perfect user experiences on their websites. And they've spent millions of dollars to ensure that they are showing up well on Google. And that's why, no matter where in the country you are, if you type pizza into Google, Domino's is likely going to be one of the first things that you see. Domino's also, of course, drives direct first-party online orders through their website and through their apps, which really are just high-tech machines built by hundreds of engineers to rank at the top of Google and to be able to convert visitors into buyers. And unfortunately, it's working, right? Every single year, the biggest chains capture a larger share of total restaurant industry sales, and the small chains and the independents capture less. And it's not because consumers right, prefer the big chains. It's not because the big chains have better food or better service, because I guarantee most people would choose a real neighborhood pizza joint over Domino's in a heartbeat. But Domino's and all those other tech companies that serve food have engineered their entire digital presence to win the online game. And it's time for independents to have the tools to fight back. So don't worry, we're going to go over 3 things today so that you can start your journey toward better online health. But first, I want to go through some quick math, so I apologize in advance. And I'm going to show you this because SEO, or search engine optimization, it's not a buzzword, it's not a trend. It's how you as operators can get more visibility into your business and make more money. So what I did is I ran a query for how many folks search every single month for best pizza in Denver. And that's 1,500 searches every single month within your city. Now let's see how that actually translates to sales. So if a restaurant is ranked 3rd in the search results, data shows that approximately 11% of people will click on that business. That means 165 new potential customers will go to that restaurant's website. Now we'll presume a 20% conversion rate from an eyeball into a new paying customer, which would be 33 new customers a month. We'll presume a $30 ticket size. And so this restaurant that's ranked 3rd on Google will acquire 33 new customers each month and generate $990 this month in revenue. But I want to contrast that with a pizza shop in Denver that is ranked 1st on Google. Same number of searches, 1,500 a month, but for a restaurant that's listed at the top of Google, data shows that approximately 28% of people are actually going to click on that business. That means 414 new customers are going to go to that restaurant's website. 414 visitors to the website, same conversion rate, same ticket size. That's 83 new customers, and that's $2.5 thousand in sales each month. That's nearly $1.5K more every single month, or $18,000 more a year, just by improving where your restaurant is ranked in a Google search, right? That's real, that's meaningful revenue to operators like you guys who we know need it. And as you all know in this room, there are 3 ways to grow a restaurant, right? Get new customers, turn them into regulars, have them engage with you more, increase the size of every order, and technology can play a role in all 3, but none of it matters if people aren't finding your restaurant in the first place. And that's because everything starts at your front door, which is now your digital front door. And so you might be wondering, okay, what is my digital front door? Your digital front door is 2 things. It's your website and it's your Google business profile. These are now just as important as your physical storefront. These are how people who have never heard about you are going to discover you, they're going to evaluate you, and they're going to decide whether to give your restaurant a chance. So today we're going to focus on that foundation, which is SEO, search engine optimization, how to make sure your restaurant actually shows up when people are searching for exactly what it is that you serve. So Google actually looks at 200 different signals when it's deciding if it's going to show your website in the search results and where it's going to show your website in the search results. These are things like, does your site load fast? Is it mobile friendly? Does the content on the page match what people are actually searching for? Does Google understand what your restaurant serves and where it's located? Like Captain Obvious here, right? But you in the room don't have time to know all 200 signals that Google is looking for. So let's focus here on 3 things that you can do today to improve your discoverability online, meaning things you can do to make Google love your website and want to push you up in the search results. So we're going to start with your H1 tag. An H1 tag is the billboard that Google reads first. When someone lands on your website, they're going to see a big hero image, your restaurant name, maybe a tagline, but behind the scenes, in the code, there's a tag called the H1 tag. Again, think of it as the billboard that Google reads first. And this tag should tell Google, this is the most important thing about my business. This is what I should be found for. It should say something specific and local, not your restaurant's name, not best happy hour vibes. It should say something like best halal food in Lakewood or best wood-fired pizza in Aurora. And what you could see on the screen before the video stopped was that it said, for Swing Thai in Denver, it said best Thai food in Denver, Colorado. Because that is literally what people are typing into Google, right? When they want to find this type of food. It's very simple. What do you serve and where do you serve it? Now, most restaurant websites don't have this set up properly, or it just says the restaurant name. So please, take this information back to your developer, to your agency, to your daughter's boyfriend who builds your website. Tell them immediately, fix my H1 tag, make it relevant, make it local, and help Google understand exactly what it is that I do. The second most important thing that you can do today is to feed the beast. And the beast, of course, is Google. Google is so damn hungry for information. Your Google business profile is just one of the best free tools that every single one of you has. Every piece of information you can give Google, your hours, your menu, your photos, your services, your attributes, it helps Google decide whether or not it's going to push you up in the search results. And it's not just Google, right? Potential customers are looking at your Google business profile to make snap judgments before they even click through to your website, right? They're looking at your photos, your hours, your reviews. If that information is incomplete or it is out of date, boom, that consumer is moving on to the next result. And if you want to really take things to the next level, right? Think about how you display and feed all of the different publishers on the web where people search for their next meal. Yelp, Apple Maps, TripAdvisor. Google actually looks for consistency across all of those different publishers, right? Down to capitalization, down to punctuation, name, address, phone number. Google wants to see consistency with every single one of those publishers because it says, hey, I think this is a relevant, active business, and I'm going to promote it in search. Now, last but not least, this one surprises people sometimes. Google has actually stated publicly that review velocity and review volume are significant ranking factors. Here's what that means. If your restaurant has a 4-star average and 100 reviews, it will be ranked higher than 4.5 stars and 20 reviews. And that's, again, because Google cares about consistency and volume, not just how many stars you have. A restaurant getting 5 new reviews a week signals to Google that this is an active, legitimate, thriving business. And so the good news is, yeah, you can walk up to every table, you can ask them to leave a review, you can put our QR code up, but you can also automate it, especially when it comes to your online orders. The system is simple. After an online order, your customer should immediately get an email saying, hey, thumbs up or thumbs down. If it's a thumbs down, that should route directly to a private feedback form so that you can hear about problems before they get posted to Yelp. If they give you a thumbs up, you should route that guest immediately to Google so they can leave you a 5-star review, right? Happy customers are happy to leave you a review. And you can build this with any email automation tool connected to your online ordering system. These are real results for one of our customers, Matanga's Pizzeria. By simply implementing that thumbs down or thumbs up loop for her online orders, her Alamo Ranch location has jumped from 4.3 stars to 4.6. She now has 143 reviews, when 3 months ago she had 57. And then for her Wilderness Oaks location, she's gone from 4.1 to 4.5 and 67 reviews to 151. And Google loves this, right? The velocity and the consistency that Matanga's is getting reviews with. Google loves it, and they're promoting her up in the search. So here's the thing, H1 tag, Google business profile, reviews, those are 3 things you can do today, right? Take them back to your teams, ask them to implement. But there are 197 other things that I didn't talk about today that can help you be found online. What you see right here is our restaurant website grader. It's a free tool. It's going to tell you exactly where it is that you're standing up online, exactly where it is that you're falling down online, and exactly what you need to do better. It is literally a prescription for your business's online health. I'm going to show you a QR code in a second so you can get the link, don't you worry. And it's free. And this is one of my favorite stories. So Crispy Halal ran our report 3 months ago. They never became a customer of owners. We checked 3 months later because we were trying to give them a call and see if they wanted to come over, and we realized that they changed every single thing we showed them to change on the restaurant grader, and all of a sudden their score went from a 41 to a 91 in terms of their online health. And as you can see there on your right, their SEO skyrocketed from this tool. So let's do this. It's your shop. The big chains, right? They've got armies of engineers making sure they win online, but now we are giving you the knowledge that you need to fight back. Create a digital front door that works as hard as all of you do. Get out your phone, scan this QR code, see where you stand, see what you can fix. Implement this immediately, please, and make sure that all those folks out there who are searching for your type of food and your incredible service are able to find you online. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate y'all.